Jody, yo, this is my eyes. Haha. Anyways, I haven't been really liking these shades. They help. I have like sensitivity to like light and sound and everything, pretty much, I guess. So it just really helped not like irritate my eyes and things like that. But anyways, I just want to be quick and brief because it's not my normal spot. I reviewed the movie, or I just watched or I watched the movie My Old Ass. Dadgum, I forgot the director. Should I pause this video to look up the director? I will not. Anyways, dadgum, I don't even know the director's name, but the writer and director, she's Canadian. She did a good job. This is one of the best romance movies. I could easily just stop this and look up the director's name, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm really lazy. Anyways, one of the best romance movies in like 20 years. Probably since Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It was great. It was interesting. It was captivating. Um, the movie's really good. It is, wow, very, very, very good. But it's not like a masterpiece. I can't give that, that je ne sais quoi, that like final touch, because I just feel like the movie's kind of like shallow in a little bit. It's like, so you have this girl who's lesbian. All right, she's lesbian. She does lesbian stuff. She's with a woman. All right, you're like, all right, that makes sense. And then you're like 2 seconds later, it's like, she finds this 6'2", symmetrical face, handsome, tall guy that she likes, and she basically abandons her lesbianness to be bisexual. So she could be with this guy. And then I looked up the director, and she's like 5'2", and her husband like 6'2", and he's like also tall and handsome and has like a symmetrical face. Handsome by the standards of society. I think beauty is subjective. Okay, everybody's beautiful, but I'm just saying by what they're presenting and the way society is now. You know, so it's like, that's really cool that you can write a story about yourself, but it's just like the movie, it hits. And then another critique of the movie is like it takes like 60% of the movie is the movie ending. Like it's like, all right, it's the beautiful goodbye of an ending is 60% of the movie. They say it's like a coming of age story, but there's no coming of age. She's already kind of herself, and she doesn't really change that much. The only thing that changes is she meets the guy, and she kind of follows that. And really, the only thing that changes in the movie that is affected by her future self really is just her hanging out with the family more, which she probably would have done anyways because of her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So like, I get it, the life lessons, stuff like that, but it's not much of a coming of age movie. It's not really that like transformational as a movie, but the what it does well, it does it so well. It overshadows the like kind of the stupidy parts of the movie and just like cheapness. There's a lot, just like not a lot, but just cheapness throughout the movie, where it's like, all right, we're just gonna skip the intro. We're gonna focus on the beautiful ending of the story. 60% of the movie is the ending, but again, like it's just it gets really, really, really good, so it works. And just all the characters I feel like are interesting. I feel like the background, the setting, nothing's too much. Like this movie is like, it's like if you bake the perfect cake. It's like it's not too fatty. The icing and whatever it is good. Everything just works really well. This movie is really good. The main character is just so interesting. I don't know the actors' names. No, these actors aren't memorable actors, but I think the lady who plays the main character, Ray, and then the guy who plays Chad, I think they're good actors. I think they're interesting. Got to get the Canadians up there. And all the director's also Canadian. I think, it's so believable. It's real, and I think the marketing messed up because they should have focused on her, the character, Ray's character. In the trailers, they try to use Audrey Plaza to kind of boost the stats, but the movie was already a great movie. Like it is a great movie, with no doubt, you know. And they kind of just, didn't focus on them. They focused on like Audrey Plaza. Nobody cares about Audrey Plaza. Like, oh, let me not say that. Audrey Plaza, I'm sure she's a great actor, but you're not getting that like, oh, I'm falling out of my mind for this thing. It's just like, I mean, so, I'm talking about the marketing in general, but I think the movie itself is really good. I think the main character, Ray, is really like she pulls you in. She has a gravity about her, and I think Chad also has a gravity about him. Where it's like, it's so rare you see two characters who have gravity about them that are just using the gravity that they have. Like it's crazy. It's crazy because you don't really see it that much, especially in our era, which spells a lot of good hope for the two actors. But it's like there's a lot of like Denzel like gravity, like it's like or John Travolta, like any actor who can really pull in the audience. These two actors did it, and they did it stupendously. I think the writing was good, and I think the directing was okay, but the vision was there. I can't say the directing was good because there's it was not. I liked it to be more fluid. I feel like the movie kind of was choppy at parts, but I think the shot selection was also kind of bad at times. But then it was also kind of really good. But the good outweighed the bad in this movie, and that's kind of what the tale of this movie is. It's like the good stuff is so good, you don't really care about the kind of bad stuff. But if you're judging as a movie in general, you're like, I wish there was a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that, but not much. It's not a lot we're talking about. It's just like maybe like one straw hay would have made this a masterpiece in my book. But I think it's a great movie. I think it's one of the best romance movies I've ever watched ever, without a doubt. I think I loved it. I thought it was so interesting. I thought it was so cool. And it's this kind of the gimmick of the characters. They're not these like super sophisticated people. It's kind of like they're just kids, like they're young people like me, living their life, and then she finds the person she loves. It's like, oh, and it hit. That's the biggest part about this movie. It hits. A lot of movies go for swings and they don't always get the swings. You get your foul balls, but this movie, it swung, it hit it out the ballpark like shit, Shohei Ohtani, and you should absolutely 1,000 billion% go watch this movie. It's an instant cult classic, and it's gonna be remembered for forever, or mad long. Anyways, go watch My Old Ass.